and welcome to today's episode of The Daily Blend. I'm your host, AC, and we are joined in studio today by Laura Wacker, who is the Columbia Earth Day Festival Coordinator.
That's right.
How are you?
I'm doing great. We're celebrating the Earth this month, and couldn't do it better except by having a festival on April 26th.
I was going to say, except by closing the month out with a festival.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Are you crazy busy?
Oh, yeah. Lots of work goes behind this, and always looking for help. So if anybody wants to volunteer.
It's not too late?
It's not too late. It's never too late. We can't have too many volunteers.
Yeah, I would imagine not. It takes a lot of volunteers to pull off an event like this.
Yeah, there's a lot of work the day of. There's a big setup process. We have to chalk the streets and get everything ready for the vendors to come in. We have to set a stage up in the park. And, it takes a lot of hands to make that happen.
Okay, so for anybody who maybe wasn't around when we talked about this last year, tell us about the Earth Day Festival.
Well, it is a full day of activities. We start at noon, and we have 2 stages of music. Everything finishes up by 6, but included in that 6 hours is a kids park where there's activities for learning about nature and creating, and the kids really have a great time in the kids park. And then in that same park, we have a stage full of music, and we have booths in the park. We have booths in the streets on Elm Street. We have booths on 8th and 7th, and a little bit on Locust. So it's a big footprint, and there's lots to see and do, so plan to spend a couple hours.
Yeah, so don't come down thinking you're just going to pop in and out, because there's a lot going on down in that area.
Yeah, and it's a lot to see. We have over 150 vendor booths, but you can take a break, sit in the park, listen to some music, then get back out there. There's lots of artisans with their art and crafts, and people who make everything up to swords and, plants.
Yeah.
You can pick up a few plants, and people will be giving away trees. And
it's the beauty of it. You really don't know what you're going to find. Prepare for anything.
Right. And if you want to get involved in the community, this is probably the place to plug in with organizations that are looking for your assistance or participation in events. We'll have probably 50 nonprofits down there that will be telling you about the services that they offer to our community. And if you want to get involved in that, there'll be a lot of city organizations, a lot of city civic organizations that do work throughout our community, and they'd love to talk to you about what you can do.
So this is not only a way for people to see some vendor booths, but also a way to hear from some local nonprofits and learn about them.
That's right. We have all kinds of organizations there, and they're going to want to add you to their list of people who can volunteer, people who are interested in learning about what's going on with their organization, events that they're having. It's just a great way to plug into the community.
Yeah, I would say so. And so you mentioned this music that's happening there.
Yes.
Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
Yeah, we've got 2 stages. We'll have a big stage in Peace Park, and that tends to be the more robust bands. We've got West Wingate, Double Helix there, Garage Mahal, Adventure Hat, the ever-popular Meredith Shaw, Travis Foyts and the Stardust Cowboys. And also, we're going to have a group of kids, the Rising Stars Performing Arts Group, and they're going to do some dancing for us.
Okay,
So.
it's always fun to have kids in the mix.
And then we have the old sub shop parking lot. Right now, that's an empty lot. It's right next to where D&M Sound used to be. They allow us to use that lot to hold our stage because that's what we've done traditionally, and we appreciate that from Spirit of 76 Fireworks. So Amy McGovern's going to be there, Kagan Williams, Luna Hawk, Allie O'Neill, the Jeff and Noah Active and Hardy But Hardly. So those are tend to be more acoustic, folky type bands in that area. Meredith Shaw. She's at the other stage.
Yeah.
I was going to say, she was at that stage last year, but she is a little bit rowdy.
Yeah, she is. And she would love that. She would love that. We had her here on the show not too long ago. She would love to hear you say that.
Yeah.
Mhm,
Yeah, I love her. So.
Yeah, I do too. That sounds like fun. And when does the music, is it just kind of interspersed all day?
Yeah, on the top of the hour, a new band starts, and then we have about a 15-minute break between bands, so everybody plays about 45 minutes.
Okay.
And we'll have the set schedule up on our website at columbiaearthday.org, and people will be able to check that out. We also will have a few of our sponsors speaking during that time, or some of the organizations, like I said, that'll be on Eco Avenue, that will be talking more about sustainability aspects and things that are going on in our world that people need to pay attention to.
Okay, perfect. I will say that just from, I don't remember, it was last year, year before, it got really hot, like, because you never know at the end of April whether it's going to be super hot or not. So people should just come prepared for whatever the weather may bring.
Yeah, we're hoping for a great weekend on April 26th. If it ends up being rainy, even if it's rainy a lot the day before and the park gets soaked, we won't be able to hold it on the 26th, and our rain date for that is going to be May 3rd.
Okay. And so people, if they want to volunteer, there is a bit.ly, a bit.ly/Como Earth Day, where you would probably still take a few volunteers. Because like you said, it takes a lot of hands the day of.
We have a lot of community involved in every way. So you could be a helper, you could be a teacher, you could be a player.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, perfect. Well, Laura, thank you for coming on to share with us all about Earth Day. And we hope everybody gets out to celebrate the Earth at the festival.
Thanks for having me.
Of course.